right, Venom fans. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to be showing you how to make a homemade gasket using just a regular gasket maker. I like to use the red RTV gasket maker because it repels oil and gas, and it's a high temp gasket maker, so it's really good for engine covers, stuff like that, valve covers. So you see right here we've already got our our clutch cover off. You'll see that I've already done gasket maker on this one, but I just wanted to do a video, so I'm going to redo it again. But you'll notice I'm picking off the other gasket maker. You want to get as much of this off as you can before you start. And you'll notice on the case here, you'll notice I'll clean it off really well too. When I clean it off, I just use just an X-Acto knife. It just peels it off really nice. It doesn't matter whether you have gasket maker or if you had the original gasket. This is the original gasket. I'm not going to use it because I want to do a quick video on how to change it, obviously. So, but I mean, that's the way it would sit, like that. So you get a tear in your gasket like this. If you tear this at all and you try to put it back on, it's just going to leak wherever the tear is. Doesn't matter how you torque it, what you do. So, but I'm not going to use that today. So we're going to set that off to the side. Anytime you do take your clutch cover off or any of your covers off, always try to remember to put a piece of cardboard or something down, because if you just throw it on the cement, it moves back and forth. You're going to scratch all your cover here, and you don't want to do that. So we're just going to leave that down here like this for now. I'm going to finish cleaning off a little bit of gasket that's on it. All right, so that's pretty clean. So now what we're gonna do, so we're just gonna take our gasket maker. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my gasket maker. I'm just gonna make a small bead all the way along here. It doesn't have to be very big. Always remember to go to the outside of your holes. All right, so I got a bead all the way around. So now basically what I do is I'll let it dry for about 10 minutes. And just, it won't be completely dry, but I'm gonna go ahead and just flatten it out with my fingers, so it's fairly consistent all the way around. And it doesn't matter if you cover a bolt hole like this, your bolt's gonna push right through it, so it doesn't make a difference. So now we have a consistent bead all the way around. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna let it dry for 10 minutes. When it dries for 10 minutes, it'll start to get tacky and start to get a little bit rubbery. And then we're gonna lift the cover up and put it into place. But for right now, we're just gonna give it 10 minutes to dry. Okay, so our gasket we've let dry for 10 minutes. So it's starting to harden. It's a bit tacky, but that's the way it's supposed to be. So we're gonna lift our cover into place. We want to just go around here and put our guides in place. And there. Now it's in there solid. We can start putting our screws in. Okay, then, so what you do next, just put your bolts in normally. So start with your long ones at the top. And usually, anytime that you put bolts in a cover like this, what I like to do is go cross pattern. So if you start up here, then go down to your bottom one down here. so that you're always going cross pattern. You're never just going around in a circle, because that's never a good idea. But when you do put your bolts in, don't tighten them. Just put them in finger tight for now. Get them all in there like that. Once they're all in, put mine in. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I got all my bolts in, but I'm not going to tighten them. What I want you to do now is, now that you have it sit against the motor block, you're going to let it dry for an hour. After an hour, then you can go ahead and torque your bolts in, but not before. So after this is all in, it's torqued, it's dried, it's the next day, you can literally go to this bead here and just flip it with your finger and it will all come off. So you can peel off all around the casing. So nobody will ever see that gasket. You won't see the orange or the red. You won't see anything. So once this is dry and you've torqued it all in, you can just go around and peel that little bit off all the way around.